Hey guys, I've got a little bone to pick with a few people at my school. Not just a few people, but the Student Government Association. This is a story. I was with a couple friends the other night getting coffee at a local coffee place, and I received a text message from the president of the SGA. I'm the vice president of the SGA, so we kind of communicate back and forth about different things involving the student government. So I get a text message from him, and he says, I heard a rumor about you. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. I've heard several rumors going around the school about myself, but I really don't take it to heart. I don't care about them. I responded and I was like, oh yeah? Well, what rumor did you hear? And he told me that, you guys, I don't know if you know my friend Ryan. He's a really good friend of mine. And I guess because he's my friend, people automatically assume that he's gay, which he's okay with. I mean, he's not gay. People just assume that, and he's okay with that. People are ignorant, and they're going to think what they want to think anyways, so whatever. I asked what the rumor was, and when he responded to the text message, he said that the rumor was that somebody told the president that he saw me and Ryan making out in a restaurant. And I was like, oh, that's funny, whatever. It's not true, but thanks for telling me anyway, whatever. And the president responded and said, oh, that's good. I'm glad to know it's not true because of SGA. And I was like, I didn't want to text him because, I'm whenever, like, I'm having a conversation with somebody, I'd rather just talk to them over the phone instead of through text messages because it gets done a lot faster. So I called him up and I was like, hey, what did you mean by that's good for SGA? And he was like, oh, well, you know how some sports teams, like, they're not allowed to, like, show affection with each other outside of the sports or whatever. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And then he was like, well, yeah. And it's the same thing with SGA. It was in the contract that you signed or something. I don't know. And he said it like that, and I was just like, what? That makes absolutely no sense at all to me. I actually just looked over the contract that he gave me, and not anywhere in it at all did it say anything about showing affection with a partner. All it talked about was being around the involvement or selling or participation in any area with drugs and alcohol or anything that can, like, inhibit you. It said nothing about being in a relationship or showing affection with your partner. And, I'm going to bring that up to him, and I'm probably going to bring it up in the next meeting because I'm sick of these rumors kind of going around school. And, like, if it's so ridiculous. Like, if somebody at my school in the SGA, like an officer, was a heterosexual couple and they were seen in public kissing their boyfriend or girlfriend, nothing at all would be said about it. Nothing. I promise you that, because it happens all the time. But it's just because I'm gay, we have to make a big deal of it. And I don't know, that makes me a little bit frustrated because, if I were with a girl, people would have been like, oh, cool, he has a girlfriend, whatever. But no, it's with a guy, so it's strange and different, and we can't, like, be involved in that kind of activity. What? That is ridiculous. And if anything like this happens, I told my friend Ryan about this, and he was like, oh, Carl, tell him it was true, just so that we could see what would happen. And, like, maybe I could bring that up and be like, okay, yeah, I was, showing affection with somebody outside of school. Are you going to kick me off of SGA? And if they do, I'm going to take this as far as I can take it, because that's completely unjust. People have boyfriends and girlfriends. Our school supports that with prom, They give discounts to couples. They understand that people have relationships. So, if you're an officer, how does that affect anyone? Like, I understand the part about drugs and how, like, you shouldn't be setting that kind of example, but people are in relationships, And is it that I'm setting a bad example by being in a homosexual relationship? What does this mean? Like, I'm definitely going to bring something up about this at the next SGA meeting. So, I'm sorry, that was just me picking a bone and telling you guys about it because it frustrated me a little bit. If you want to tell me what you think, you can leave a comment down there, or send me a message or a video response or anything you want, and I'll try to get back to you. But at the moment I'm kind of like bogged down with a bunch of schoolwork, so I need to get some of that done. But anyways, yeah. So thank you for listening. Bye.